Good afternoon, my dear students. Today we are continuing the remaining portion of the chapter Conservation of Animals and Plants. So today we will see some topic like wildlife sanctuary, national parks and some related topics. So first of all, what is wildlife sanctuary? Wildlife sanctuaries are like reserve forest which provide protection and suitable living condition to wild animals. The people living in the wildlife sanctuaries are allowed to do certain activity such as grazing their livestock, collecting medicinal plants, firewood, honey, etc. Livestock means the animals which they are rearing. So that is known as the wildlife sanctuary. Okay, some of the threatened wild animals like black buck, white-eyed buck, elephant, golden cat, pink-headed duck, marsh crocodile, gharial, python, rhinoceros, etc. are protected and preserved in our wildlife sanctuaries. Indian sanctuaries have unique landscapes. So you can see a beautiful landscape when you are visiting the wildlife sanctuaries with mountain, forest, bushlands in near to the river banks. So it is our duty to protect the wildlife. That is the reserve, means that is a treasure of a country. So we should protect our forest against that people who are coming to destroy them. So the children's we are usually visit the zoo to see the wild animals, right? So it is our duty to protect the animals. So in the sanctuary where the area where the killing, hunting, shooting or capturing of any species of bird or animal is prohibited. Except some we have to get some letter from the authority. Otherwise we cannot do this hunting, shooting, capturing and killing of the animals. So the animals and plants are protected in that area. So India's wildlife is rich and diverse. Almost 4% of India's land is under the forest. So in India we can see 442 animal sanctuaries, that is known as the wildlife sanctuaries. Wildlife sanctuaries in India are the home to around 2000 different species of birds, 3,500 species of mammals and nearly 30,000 different kinds of insects, more than 15,000 varieties of plants. These sanctuaries and forest reserves some special endangered species of animals such as Asiatic elephant, Royal Bengal tiger, snow leopard and the Siberian crane. So these wildlife sanctuaries are very important. They conserve our nature. Now we will see what's the difference between wildlife sanctuaries and national parks. Wildlife sanctuaries refer to an area that provide protection and natural living condition to the wildlife. Restrictions are less and it is open to the public. While national parks provide protection to the entire plant, animals and landscape of that region. That is highly restricted and people cannot go like that to the national parks. So that is the main difference between wildlife sanctuaries and so the national parks main purpose to conserve the plants and animal. So this will show the how much a country is wealthy or how much country have that this much animals are there. That is the national pride of our country. So now in the slide you can see what is the major difference between wildlife sanctuary and national parks. As I already said, in wildlife sanctuary human activities are allowed, while in national parks human activities are not allowed. The main aim is to protect the flora and fauna. The national park and it include flora and fauna and also historical significance. Then wildlife sanctuary, there is no fixed boundaries, while national parks they have fixed boundaries and are defined. Wildlife sanctuary it is open to general public, while national parks it is not usually open to public. So the sanctuaries are usually formed by the order of central or the state government, while national parks are formed by the state or central legislature. A sanctuary can be upgraded to the national parks, but national park cannot be downgraded to a sanctuary. So these are the major difference between wildlife sanctuary and national park. Satpura National Park is the first reserve forest of India. The finest Indian teak is found in this forest. There are more than 100 national parks in India. So you have heard about Satpura Tiger Reserve. That is a project tiger that was launched by the government to protect the tigers in the country. The objective of this project was to ensure the survival and the maintenance of the tiger population in the country because the people are hunting the tiger for the purpose of the skin, nails and different other uses, so that this Bengal tiger the number was decreasing. So the government has put forward a project to conserve the tiger, that is known as the Project Tiger, to conserve and protect the tiger in India, so that we can conserve how much tiger is there, we can protect them, otherwise it will go from this earth. Tiger is one of the many species which is slowly disappearing from our forest. So that's why Satpura Tiger Reserve, they plan to conserve the tiger so that they can stop the decreasing number of tiger from India. So slowly they conserve the tiger and increase the number of tiger in India. Then so many other animals are there like lions, leopard, wild buffaloes that also found in the Satpura National Park. Animals whose number are decreasing or diminishing to a level that they might face extinction. That type of animals are known as the endangered species. Once if we are not conserving this animal, slowly it will go from this earth, it will extinct from the earth. That type of animals are known as the endangered species. Now it is there on the earth, it is not extincted, now it is there, but if we are not conserving it, if we are not protecting it, it will vanish from the earth. That type of animals are known as the endangered species. Survival of some animals has become difficult because of disturbance in their natural habitat. So, human activities such as grazing, poaching, hunting, capturing of animals, collection of firewood, medicinal plant, etc. are not allowed in the national parks. So, we are protecting the some animals. We are conserving the animals so that it will not extinct from the universe. So, what is an ecosystem? Ecosystem is made up of all the plants, animals, and microorganisms in an area, along with non-living components such as climate, soil, river, and other components. That is known as the ecosystem. So, ecosystem means all the living and non-living things interacting in an area. Now we will see about a book that is known as the Red Data book. That book, if you see that book, we can get all the details about the endangered animals and plants. So that data book is maintained internationally by an organization. India also maintained Red Data book for the plants and animals found in India. So this book shows what all animals are in the verge of extinction, means which are going to be extinct, which all animals we have to conserve. Now we will see some migratory birds. Migratory means birds means they are not confined to a specific region. They will migrate from one place to another place, maybe when the climate is changing, maybe the for searching the food and so many other reasons, birds will migrate from one place to another. That type of birds are known as the migratory birds. So migratory birds fly to far away areas every year during a particular time because of climatic changes. They fly for laying eggs as the weather in their natural habitat becomes very cold and inhospitable. Birds who cover long distance to reach another plant are known as the migratory birds. Okay. So I hope you know that we are making the paper by cutting the trees. From the trees we are making the paper, right? For your notebook, textbook, that all papers are made from the trees. So it is our responsibility to save the trees, to reduce the use of paper, no need to spoil it, whatever need, that much if need is there, then only take the paper and write. Otherwise don't tear, simply tear and put in dustbin, because to get a paper, that much trees are, we are taking it and using to make the papers. So it is our duty to protect the trees. So from one tree we can make 12,000 papers. So we have to use it carefully. So to conserve the forest, we have to plant more trees, right? When we are doing deforestation, opposite it is what? Reforestation. We have to plant more trees. That is known as the reforestation. When we are planting more trees, what all benefits we will get? It provides jobs for villagers and their poverty level will decrease. Reforest land and restore habitat for wildlife. Then third point, improve soil, food supply and the local economy. Then when we are planting more trees, it will purify water, restore rainfall and decrease flooding. So these are the benefits we are getting when we are planting the trees. So it is our duty to save our mother nature. So we have to plant more trees and we have to conserve the forest. I hope this chapter is clear to you.